Why everyone hates New Phase?
Faze is one
People hate New Phase because it's not the gaming, it's not the quick scopers like they grew their fan base
of,
on.
if
Yada,
not the
yada,
biggest
yada.
gaming organization on the entire internet. Starting over 13 years ago with Call of Duty trickshotting, and transitioning over time in an attempt to adapt to the newest forms of media. Recently, Faze has completely switched their focus to IRL live streaming, which is very different from the gaming focus for the previous 12 years of the team, with some of the new recruits being Blackboy Max, Jason the Ween, and Lacey. Nearly all of the new members would average tens of thousands of viewers every single day, proving that the switch to live streaming was worth the risk. Although, this change wouldn't go without sparking immense criticism from other creators in the space. While acting friendly towards Faze in real life, the same can't be said when they're behind the camera. Which begs the question, why has it become so common for people to hate Faze? It all began when the owners began recruiting these new streamers to the team. The first recruit to the new Faze was Blackboy Max on April 28th of 2024. Over the past few years, Max has blown up on Twitch for his reactions, community events, and aux battles with other big creators. At first, this recruit would be a shock to basically everybody, as even though they knew Faze was basically restarting from the ground up, they still expected it to be a gaming team. Max was a music and just chatting streamer, and despite having a very large audience of people, he had done very little gaming content on his streams, which would spark tons of criticism from the existing Faze community. I'm happy to see people make it in general. Never heard of this guy ever, but I also don't think this is the direction Faze should go in. Would be nice if you picked up some people with raw skill for video games, and not just based on what they bring to the table, followers, etc. And you kick the likes of Blaze and Tico for these guys? It seemed like there was a large side of the Faze community that weren't happy with these new recruits. Although,
The thing is, that side of the Faze community fucking has a whole organization for Call of Duty, fucking Rainbow Six. They have all these, like, Faze has organizations if you want to follow those type of gamers, bro. Like, I don't understand it, bro. But this is the face of streaming now. These are the faces of streaming. So I don't understand it. How many gamers do you see fucking actually pull views? Jinxie? Like, skilled gamers, like, for skilled games. Jinxie's the only one. Queso plays the games for fun, like, that take less skill. Like, I don't understand. Like, Tfue was, like, one of the only ones where I'm like, damn, like, Banks showed him hella love in modern times and could pull fucking numbers and was good at video games.
Banks would still double.
Like, this is the face of streaming nowadays, so why wouldn't Banks go in this direction? He showed Aiden hella love. He wanted to like, he made a whole content house. Rice Gum, like, and all these other people, and he just got the keys to Faze now, so of course he's gonna go in the direction he knows. Like, Banks already did the gaming shit back then. And it's like all these 27, 28-year-olds that grew up on Faze, like, they don't watch none of the new Twitch streamers, so they wouldn't understand.
Down on this decision. A day later, Banks would recruit Silky, who made similar content to Blackboy Max, then would recruit Lacey and Jason the Ween. Despite all the negativity and the attempts for people to shit on Faze during this time, for the first time in years, nearly everyone on the internet would be talking about Faze. And whether they realized it or not, this may have been Banks' plan all along. It was clear early on that many streamers, primarily in the Poggers community, didn't agree with the new direction Faze was going in. The main reason for this was due to the different types of content they made in comparison to everyone else. It seemed like every single day they were doing something crazy, whether it be going to a Ken Carson concert live on stream, or clip farming in various different stores and restaurants. Faze was constantly doing something new and innovative on the platform, so much different compared to your traditional streamers who just sit at their desk reacting to videos or playing games for like 12 hours. Watching their streams is similar to watching a reality TV show that's live, uncut, and real. And whether they liked it or not, Faze would continue to grow insanely quickly, with nearly every member in the house averaging over 15,000 viewers at any given moment. They would even get evicted from their first house after throwing each other's PCs and beds in the pool, and also pouring flour on each other, which would create a disaster. Although, this still wouldn't be what many consider the peak of new Faze. Just a few months after the group was formed, they would do their first major stream marathon. Right after getting evicted from their house, the entirety of Faze would decide to do.
Yo! Oh my god, this dude got pieced up, bro.
Right after getting evicted from their house, the entirety of Faze would decide to do a subathon stream, which in fact was the very first group subathon ever. If you don't know what a subathon is, it's basically just a Twitch stream with a timer that shows how long the stream goes for. And for every $5 sub they get, the timer goes up by a certain amount of time. Right off the bat, these streams would do extremely well. Each of the members would average thousands of viewers at any given moment, no matter what they were doing. Many people would recognize this to be one of the major stepping points for Faze as a group.
The thing is, like, the subathon and like the Faze Miss, whatever they're doing now, like streaming every day is like their peak, because in different points of views of the house is peak. But the thing is, I think like outside of those like marathons, I want to know if they can actually like pull numbers on any given night, because I've seen the shit. Like a lot of their numbers go down. Like Ron obviously took a step forward after the marathon, but I feel like Max, like he was back down to like 11, 12K. Like I feel like a lot of their numbers just like not plummeted, but like I'm like, damn, like I don't feel like checking out a Max stream, because I'm like, I like keep it up day by day and see what's going on and shit. That's just me though.
As they proved that they were here to stay and brush off any negative criticism that people were spreading.
That's for me, as in like I tune into the marathon because like they're every day something's happening and it's gonna continue on to the next day.
About them. It's also important to mention that each day throughout the subathon, Faze did a new group segment. Everything from boxing each other in a ring in their backyard to exploding chemicals and doing science experiments. The Faze subathon would essentially take over Twitch at this point, and Jason the Ween would even become the #2 most subbed Twitch streamer at the time with over 100,000. It was hard to discredit Faze for what they were doing. They were changing the entire streaming games and doing different things that nobody else was. Although, them being what some would consider misfits of the streaming world would obviously make some of the people in the Poggers community hate them. The Poggers community consists of the people that grew Twitch into the platform it is today. Some of these people include XQC,
why does bro got his hand on his hip like that?
Hassan Abi, Ludwig, and QT Cinderella. While Faze has pretty good relationships with all the streamers I mentioned, it would be the lesser known people in the Poggers community who seem to have a problem with Faze. At the 2024 Streamer Awards, Faze would for sure stand out.
That was crazy, bro. Best content organization. I fuck with like them like at the Lakers game where all Bronny jerseys and shit, fucking do-rags and shit. Like that shit was fire. And then this shit, like,
crowd, with multiple members getting nominated for awards, and Stable Ronaldo having his own segment at the show, interviewing people as they walked in. Although, some streamers wouldn't hold back on giving their thoughts on Faze. One of the people announcing the awards, named Grace Van Deen, would insult Faze in front of everybody.
I am hard-stuck bronze in every game that I play. That's why I was never accepted into Faze, right guys? Yeah. That's okay, I'm not a Trumpy anyway.
Grace initially joined Faze all the way back in May of 2023. However, after some disputes with the owners, primarily Faze Rain, she would ultimately decide to leave the team. Although, her saying this obviously wouldn't resonate well with Faze, and they would be extremely quick to call Grace out. First, on Lacey's stream,
why does she say this? I'm not a Trumpy anyway. Faze is not full of Trumpies, bro. Is she wrong? She is wrong, bro. I'm pretty sure, first of all, when I think of someone who's a Trumpy, it's someone who is like brain deadlessly supporting Trump and doesn't like
that's what that means?
Hates everyone else who has a different opinion. Sure, yeah, I voted for Trump, but that doesn't mean I don't judge other people who didn't vote for what that's just your opinion. Like, for example, Max said he voted for Kamala. I would never look at Max and be like, oh, you for not voting for this person. Like, me and Max haven't, that has nothing to do with anything. I don't know. I feel like this is just a brainlessly, I don't know why she tried to take a shot with this, to be honest.
And later on, Blackboy Max would also give his opinion.
Because I think there's two women on our, I don't know why. I know one of them is Grace. I don't know the other. But one of the girls, I don't know. They said that we're Trumpies. I don't like Faze, we're Trumpies. Excuse me, lady. I voted for Kamala. In fact, I ain't voted at all. But if I did, I would have voted Kamala. So, can we please dial back, please? Like, you gotta relax with that shit. She can't be saying that. She can't be saying that though.
The drama between Grace and Faze Clan wouldn't stop there, as shortly after the award show happened, Grace would make a tweet out of nowhere, saying that the Faze members were soft and too scared to go up to her in real life. And this would obviously receive tons of backlash going towards Grace, which ultimately made her delete her Twitter account.
The next day she tweeted, oh, did she delete her Twitter? She posted something about like, because we were all at the award show together, and she posted something like saying like Faze like is so tough online, but in person they wouldn't say shit like micro energy or something.
The thing is, what you want him to do? Yell back? Oh my god! Like, we need you anyway. Like, are you back with you? Like, you're on stage at an award show. Like, they're obviously more aware. Like, this isn't just our award show for us to go back and forth in the middle of the fucking award show. This ain't Will Smith and fucking, what's his face? I'm gonna slap you across the fucking stage. Like, you see how much backlash that got him? It went viral. But it's like, I'm not gonna, like, what the fuck?
Something like that.
Fuck, we gonna argue back and forth? Like, that's just stupid to hell.
Which, I mean, I thought it was a little, like, unnecessary. I think we should have just left it. Even if she tweeted that, I should have just been like, all right, fuck it, whatever. I don't know what she was expecting, though. Like, for us to, like, be in passing and be like, yo, like, by the way, fuck you. And then we keep walking. Like, that's in, like, why would we do that? This is what she tweeted. She said, Faze guys are so brave online, but just stared and whispered whenever they saw me last night, micro energy. It wasn't even that big of a deal. It should have just, like, the passion.
Wait, wasn't Grace the one that cried after Rain, like, went to her house? Or, like, she came to Rain's house and they was talking on the camera? Like, of course no one wants to talk to you. You're gonna fucking start acting and being emotional and start crying in the award show saying that fucking Faze is harassing you.
Just got left in the past, right? Like, we moved on, and then she posted this tweet, right? And Banks shot back insane. Yeah, if you read this, it's just insane. Banks was pissed.
This wouldn't be the only situation.
Nah, what'd he say? You're a slam pig, lol. Nobody's afraid of your baby voices or your 80 pounds emo boyfriend. Stop clinging onto our shit. Nobody knows you or gives a fuck about you. You tried to force your way into Faze. You're a fucking cornball, and that none of us want it, and you're still mad.
Yeah, if you read this, it's just insane. Banks was pissed.
This wouldn't be the only situation Faze would find themselves in from the Streamer Awards, as after the award show, Faze would fake pee on their trophies by spitting water on them, making a reference to Kanye as he did the same thing in 2020 to his Grammy. However, some of the people that Ron interviewed live on stream that seemed to be friendly at the beginning, might I add, would insult him and the rest of Faze on stream only a couple days after the award show.
That goes around every couple months. That's like if their name begins with Faze, you know you're about to read the worst take of all time. I've never liked them, even long before I was a streamer, because it's just like a big glorified frat.
Go look for the sub.
And their
glorified
tweet
brows
where they were pissing on the Peepo Awards, even if it was like fake and they used like water bottles or whatever, I think is lame as fuck. I don't care that it was a Kanye reference. I think it was fucked up and disrespectful and stupid. After Cutie runs around all night accommodating them and like having to do all this little extra stuff because they requested it, and then you
didn't QC say like she didn't feel it was disrespectful, like they was super nice to them and she's looked at it like as a viral moment for them, like that's what they wanted to do with it. It wasn't
make some tweet for engagement at like a wholesome community fan voted, fan nominated award show. Kinda lame as
I mean, you did your.
It was wholesome, but Grace is trying to call Faze out.
Big one hiding behind a screen saying that, because I'm just confused. When I interviewed you, you seemed very nice and you seemed very peaceful, and I really liked interviewing you, and I thought you were a cool person. But of course, off the internet, you're gonna say that and wait until you're not in the presence of Faze. Number two, I don't know what the you mean by glorified frat house. I do not party. I do not drink. I don't even really smoke. I've smoked maybe once every 5 weeks. All I'm gonna say is, it seems to be that motherfuckers are just depressed in life. Facts or no? Motherfuckers just hate on Faze for no reason. It makes no sense. You guys just want a reason to hate. It's insanity. We could do anything and you guys still would hate us. I don't get it.
Oh,
like,
God.
if you have a
that's literally what it is. The new Faze is under a microscope just because they're not fucking emulating what they did fucking 10 years ago.
problem. Why don't you like address it in person? You have the opportunity to be interviewed. They get asked. They're like, oh, do you want to be interviewed by
But it's also they're controversial too.
by Ron, and I
Like the new phase controversial. They say crazy
literally
shit.
was like, yeah, or she was like, yeah.
But it's because they're not fucking PG. They don't want to be PG.
Interview. They get asked.
They
They're
wanna
like,
act like
oh,
they
do you
know
want to be
themselves.
interviewed by Ron? And I literally was like, yeah, or she was like, yeah, I'd like to. So that was what happened. So I'm so confused.
Even QT Cinderella, the event organizer, would comment on this a couple days after the award show, saying that she thought them recreating that meme was really funny.
The boys
Yeah.
pee on their award.
Okay.
And guys, I can't tell you how many messages I got from people saying that's so disrespectful. I'm so sorry they did that.
Is it from streamers or from
Streamers, from
Whoa.
commenters. Guys, I thought it was funny. It's a
Why
Come on now.
fucking meme. It's a
Come on now.
meme.
And to see it wasn't even pee.
I know it wasn't pee.
I think everyone thought, I literally thought they all got their out and peed on it, but
No.
when I saw when it was water, I'm like, oh.
While there are numerous streamers who like New Faze, as can be seen through their collaborations, there's also many who hate them. In my opinion, the main reason for this is likely due to them creating a new form of content. Instead of traditional streaming, they actually go out and do things. Not just that, but they aren't afraid to be themselves and speak their harsh opinions on sensitive topics. This behavior only makes their community stronger, as they feel like they have a deeper connection with each streamer. I also want to mention that this version of Faze is very different from your traditional content group. Rather
I don't know.
than the group
That's the
having
wrong
a shared
person.
community, like you could say about AMP, each individual streamer had their own communities before
Yep.
joining Faze in the first place, which if anything, just makes the success of this group
Nah, AMP had their own. They had their own fan base, but like they grew together, and their fan base is very shared. I agree
even
with
more
that.
impressive. In
But I think that can go for phase 2 in a couple years.
conclusion, this new change for
Couple
Faze
months
was
even.
genius. Even though at the start there was so much negativity around the Faze brands, Banks and the rest of the group continued pushing it forward. In the end, everyone is talking about Faze and they're averaging more viewers than they ever had before. If you guys enjoyed today's video, then do be sure to click the next one on screen to learn about the many complicated relationships that actually helped Clix's career.
How many relationships he been in? Every new phase members in order? I watch Max the most. 2. How many are there? Oh shit. I think Max is. I think Ron's the most entertaining to watch. Silky and Lace is a toss up. And I fuck with it. Like y'all seen, I was subscribed to Silky in 2021, I think. I think that was 2021. But he just doesn't like have planned content, bro. Like I don't know. I hate it. I hate that he doesn't plan content like out that much. Or he wasn't, like, especially during the subathon. Damn. Rage adapt to Jason. Rage adapt to Jason. I go Rage adapt. I fuck with Jason when he's on other people's streams, but like his own stream, I'm just like, I don't see the hype. I don't know like why people fuck with him so much. Like, no, no hate shit, but like, damn, he's the one that got 100,000 subscribers out of Faze, out of everybody in Faze. I don't know what I'm missing. I fuck with Adapt though. I use OG, but even Rage, bro, it's just Rage is only like there, like on other people's streams. He doesn't stream by himself, so I don't know what a stream with him in the Faze house would look like. Rage and Adapt don't count? What, because they newer? They should. Not listening. Why I fuck with Silky so much? Like, what about him? Just his personality? K-Son? Nah, K-Son don't live in a house, though. I mean, I don't think Rage lives in a house. But he's, like, newer. Yeah, that's in the house. I just find him funny. Nah, Ron's funny as hell, bro. So, looking funny too, though. I think Ron Lacey. Man, Max and Silky are both funny too. But Ron and Lacey are like the two funniest, in my opinion. Used to be more entertaining, but he just can't keep up with the clip farmers. I just don't think he wants to. Sometimes they be doing crazy shit. But yeah, I mean, you just can't keep up, I guess. I watched Slick for long. I have too, but shit, I fuck with Max. I fuck with Max's streams because they're like, he has segments. I can just watch him go to the Twitter comments, shit, just say anything. Is he live right now?